Hello and welcome back to Amnesia the Dark Descent. Welcome to the stream water part. I should be fine on here, right? Okay, and chase sequence. Hacking heck. Okay. Does that count as a speed run for that part? Well, anyway, storage is over there. We'll still need the parts for fixing the machinery over there. I guess we're gonna do the upstairs parts first, right? Study, that's where the grunt shows up, and over here is the guest room. Never mind, this is where the grunt shows up.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
Hell if I know.
July 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Uh-huh. Well, that I currently don't really need.
July 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Good question. Next question.
The key. Please, let it be here. July 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange. Oh, thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
That's the machine room key. Hi. I always thought this torso was kind of a little bit stretched. Weirdly. So if I remember right, there's absolutely nothing in here in terms of, like, grunts. So we shouldn't have a problem. Oh, that is where you get the replacement rod, wasn't it? Also, while we're here, we're gonna get some tinder. I don't think there's anything else interesting. A letter regarding the discovery of an orb. Why is that Gregorian choral in the background? To my most Yeah? Shush? To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. It was as it was told about an underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged, its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility. Sorry that I suck at reading today. An artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Altstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails. When I finally found the cavern, I went inside and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetched the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine, where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal, black with leaves of cinder. The ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away, across the Alps, to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening to the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Eichstätt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Hello. Can you, like, not? I don't know if those, like, still do anything, but I don't care, really. Elevator machine instructions. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure. Inside the chamber, the meters should read up 8 and down 8. Make sure the flow is set according to the following chart. Trinity steam set functions. 4-phase amplitude. Complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. Well, that's the replacement rod. Flow cycle rod. Well then. Maybe don't?
An ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Yep. That's definitely great. As we unfortunately know, this is not working. Can just get this, but can't get in there until, like, don't need to go in there until we can actually repair the stuff, which means we still need the other fuel rods, which are in the storage.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
I hate the storage. A lot. A whole lot. Yeah, the darkness is unnatural, I know. Nothing more than a slight headache. So where were the other parts? What the hell? Regarding explosive mixture. Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you needed for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separate to avoid further mishaps. I have arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is to mix the liquids and you are ready to go. Yeah, well, we also need to frickin' find the drill to drill holes into the vats because the frickin' things don't have working flow thingies. Man, am I good with words today. Not here. Missing a part. Good. The other thing was in the other corner. Yeah. That's also still rusted shut. Can you not?
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Really? I thought this was a bit more easy to hit.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
Oh. Not going near the door over there. In fact, I'm barricading that. Jump scare in 3, 2, 1. Hi. If a full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there's 1 rod in the study rooms which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, also always use the spare rods in the storage before using mended ones. Yeah, well. Hello. Ooh. Can you completely avoid that guy? here I can just run anyway. I don't think I've ever gotten through the storage without getting chased. Huh. Well, that's nice. Don't step on the goop. Who keeps closing this door, by the way? Just curious. Why?
5th of July, 1839. Today, I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Not missing any friggin' cogs yet, right? Because there's definitely cog wheels that I need to take down to the lowest level. Ah, there's the thing.
14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander." What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
Don't know if that is the greatest idea, but Okay. So we've got the flow cycle rod. And the 4-phase amplitude rod. And the Trinity steam rod. This obviously telling you that where to get the rods. Not that we need that anymore. Oops. Don't glitch it out of the map, maybe. That would be hilarious. Okay. So, for here, we're pretty easily just gonna boom. Oops. Used to be easier. You know what? Light that up. There's one in the corner there. And then we need to fuel this, right? I don't know if voice is necessary. Ow. Ow. Oh yeah, sure. Emergency brakes? Guess that would have been nice if there were any. Either way, we are now in the frickin'
Come,
prison.
this way.
What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a Baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
Hi. And the prison level is where we will continue in the next stream of this, because I kinda don't feel like doing more than 1 hour of this game at a time. So we're gonna save and exit, and I will see you in the next stream on Wednesday, where we'll play something else, and we'll continue this whenever I feel like it. Until then, if you're watching this on YouTube afterwards, subscribe to the VOD channel, leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more. And if you're watching live right now, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Have a nice day, night, evening, or whatever time of the day it is for you, and I will see you on Wednesday for the next stream.